Hello, and welcome to Communication Across Borders with Amesto Translations. I'm Edward Boone. Today, I thought I'd share with you a story that happened to me. It involved a discussion that I had with a friend of mine who was applying for an American subsidiary company here in Sweden. It was a CEO role, so a fairly high-powered position. He asked me if I could help him, being a native speaker, translate his CV into English. And of course I said, absolutely, I'd be glad to help. After a little while, I come across a word that I've never met before. The word is erdmjuk. So I looked this up in the dictionary, and the word means humble. And I think to myself, well, he can't possibly mean humble. There must be a better translation for this word, erdmjuk. So I got him on the telephone. What do you mean by that? And he said, well, humble is what I was really after. I said, no, you can't say that. It sounds weak to an English-speaking ear. But that's what I am, he said. All of a sudden, I realized that we'd found ourselves in a cultural clash, and I started to think about, all right, what is actually behind this? The answer was a cultural dimension known as masculinity versus femininity. If we look around the world, we can see that certain cultures, they have a more masculine approach to life, a more tough value set, a value set that values competition, overselling, and assertiveness, underselling, a softer approach to life. And this is what we're dealing with here. The British-American culture is a more masculine one. The Swedish culture is a very, very feminine culture. So we went backwards and forwards on this, and I explained where I thought our problem lied. And we came to a compromise in the end, quite simply. He didn't take my suggestion of assertive, and I wouldn't go with him on humble, but we ended up with unpretentious. This was something that I felt didn't sound too weak, and he felt didn't sound too aggressive. But what's the learning here, really? Well, if we're looking from a Swedish perspective at around the world, there are going to be many, many cultures that are more masculine than the Swedish culture. Sometimes we are going to have to turn the volume up a little bit to achieve a slightly harder sell. The happy ending all of this is my friend, he did get the job in the end. So it just goes to show it does pay to think about how we're translating these words. That's all for today. Thanks for tuning in. Come back next time for more Communication Across Borders.